Hi guys, I know we usually do really serious, quite funny videos on this channel, but I'm going to do something a bit more serious today. It's World Cerebral Palsy Day today, and I don't think a lot of people know what cerebral palsy is. Basically, cerebral palsy is caused when the cerebral cortex is damaged. It could be left or right, or left and right. For me, obviously, it's the right side of my cerebral cortex that can't send the signals to the left side of my body, so the muscles are essentially wasted. Um, and I look like my hands like the cloth of Toy Story, but no. Essentially, cerebral palsy affects 4 in every 1,000 births, but people think it's just the physical aspect of it. I want to talk a bit more about the social side of it. Like, obviously, growing up, I suffered quite a bit of bullying in school, it's fair to say. But it would be easy for me to sit here and say, oh, I blame these people, or they're dicks or arseholes or this or that, but I just think it's a lack of education. I think people react weirdly to things that they're not comfortable with, so I think people need to know more about what cerebral palsy is, and I hope to get a documentary out in the future. Obviously there was instances I get told I was invited to a party in 6th year just because people wanted somebody to take the piss with. So there's things like that happen to you, and obviously people don't know that because the muscles on the left side of my body are quite tense, that when somebody gives me a fright, I'll jump. Like even something as daft as a dog barking, it will cause me to jump, and it's like an electric shock going through my whole body. That's essentially what it feels like. But yeah, I think socially there's a lot that needs done as well, like, because there's times when I'm out of town and I'm out and about with my friends where people will come up and they'll go, how is he? Oh, you're well done for taking him out. Don't geese this, well done for taking him out. Pish, it's just a lot of shite. I know I try and notice when in my videos, but this is obviously a personal video to me. It's just a load of rubbish, because I'm just like anybody else, and people with cerebral palsy they still get brains. Their legs might not work, their arms definitely don't work, but we still get brains, and we still like to go out and trust me, I like to go out and have a drink just like anybody else and do things that young people like to do. But it's just this mentality about people, oh, can I ask you a question? Just ask me, because the only way that people are going to get by this stigma is that people are open and people talk about it and people say, right, this is what cerebral palsy is. It doesn't make you a dinosaur, it doesn't make you an alien through outer space. You're just a human with a birth defect, that's all it is. I could easily sit here and think, oh, if I never lost, my brain never lost oxygen for 30 seconds, I'd be perfectly fine. Or if I could have been a lot worse. I mean, I know people that don't have any use of all their forelimbs, but see up here in their brain, they still know, they can still have a laugh. So I could have been a lot worse. I'm actually quite fortunate because I can get up, I can do things, I can go out, I can do all these things, you know what I mean? There's people who, what many of you are experiencing in lockdown, being stuck in the house, that's reality for loads of people. When they go to things like the football or they go with a friend, that's the only time that they get out the house to go and enjoy themselves. And you're experiencing how difficult that is just now, and that was mainly some of the reason for me starting this YouTube channel, just to show that people, because you get cerebral palsy, you can still give a good opinion, you can still have a laugh, and you can still be funny. You don't need to sit in a room being depressed, feeling sorry for yourself, because if I sit and I feel sorry for myself, it's not going to go anywhere, is it? I'm still going to wake up with cerebral palsy, so I may as well go out and have a joke about it. I know you might think that a joke a wee bit too much, but it's kind of a coping mechanism, do you know what I mean? You go out and you have a laugh and it makes other people laugh and everybody's happy, do you know what I mean? I'm perfectly came to terms with the fact that I'm disabled. I just want to show people that I can go out and I can do something, and this channel makes me feel like I've got a purpose. And obviously, like many of us, we've not been able to go to the football, so if I can come on here and talk about the football and go onto the streams and watch it, it still kind of makes me feel like I'm watching the football with somebody and I'm sharing my opinion with people. So I hope you're enjoying this channel, and please, if you're struggling with mental health, because I know it's just not just the disabled side, reach out, speak to someone, because it does get better, and then you will be fine, do you know what I mean? And my DMs are always open. Listen to me, Traction, let a player, my DMs are always open. No, but if you're struggling, you can always even message the ADifferentView Scott page on Instagram, and we'll try and help you, and we'll get back to you, and we'll speak about it. And I'll leave the number for Samaritans and stuff in the description, just in case you're struggling at this hard time, because I know it looks like we might be going back into lockdown, but that's basically a wee background to me. Like, I've suffered bullying, I've got cerebral palsy, but I'm not letting it get me down, so don't you let lockdown get you down. Keep going. We'll be out this soon, and before you know it, we'll all be happy again. We'll be out. So thanks, guys. I know it's usually quite light-hearted on this channel, but that was a wee serious video for these. But thanks. I'll be back with a Scotland vlog after the Scotland game. I usually do a podcast on Scotland, but Scotland are actually making me feel more depressed than cerebral palsy ever could. So we've gave the podcast a miss this week, and I've gave you something a bit more serious, let you in to know what it's like growing up with cerebral palsy. I think you're always going to get judged, but I think the more that you talk about it and the more you educate people, the better this will get for people with cerebral palsy. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, because I swear it's not this depressing all the time. But no, see you soon.